What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, now Jaron Ennis, the Phenom as I refer to him as, the IBF welterweight world champion, dream of being undisputed at welterweight has now come to an end. Jaron Ennis, 32 wins, no loss, no draw, 29 wins by way of knockout. 27 years of age, 5'10" with a 74-inch arm reach. Jaron Ennis recently signed to Matrimon CEO and promoter Eddie Hearn and DAZN. And Jaron Ennis obviously was promised that they will put their best foot forward in making the biggest fights possible for Jaron Ennis. Particularly that he wants to be undisputed and unify the belts at 147. He says he's in the legacy business. He wants to collect all the belts at 147. Well, his promoter, Eddie Hearn and Matrimon, are not able to secure the fights, and they're not willing to come up off the necessary money to make these fights happen, right? So with that said, he has an IBF mandatory, a rematch of a fight with Jaron Ennis, who he fought back in 2023, January of 2023, in a fight that many people was not pleased with that fight. They wasn't pleased how the fight played out. They wasn't pleased with the fight in itself. And many people felt like in that fight, people said Jaron Ennis was exposed because he couldn't cut off the ring and the expectations was high. He has high expectations. Jaron Ennis has high expectations, right? So with that said, the International Boxing Federation, better known as the IBF, they decided to order Mr. President, Mr. Darryl Peoples, mandate and order Jaron Ennis to rematch Jaron Ennis. And so he had negotiations with Mario Barrios that was offered $2 million. He turned it down. Amanda Stanionis, he said that Eddie Hearn was lowballing him. He turned it down. And they were in negotiations with the WBO welterweight champion, star boxer Brian Norman Jr., and they refused to give him what he was looking for, which was $2 million. Now, you gave Mario Barrios $2 million. They refused to give Brian Norman $2 million. Right? And people are saying, well, because Brian Norman made $100,000 in his last fight. Well, that's what Eddie Hearn said. Now, Jaron Ennis in his last fight before David Avanesian, before he got with Eddie Hearn, he made $125,000 reportedly. So he made $125,000 to fight Roman Villa, and then Eddie Hearn saw the value in him, and Eddie Hearn paid him $3 million reportedly, $3.3 million or something of that sort, to fight David Avanesian. That's what they're reporting. Now, I heard that number wasn't true, but that's what they're reporting. $3.3 million. But in his fight with Villa, Roman Villa, he got $125,000 guaranteed, and then back in, he got a total of $300,000. So he got $200,000 is reported, and Roman Villa got $50,000. Brian, that means he only got $25,000 more than Brian Norman did, and he's way more revered and known than Brian Norman. So nobody knows Brian Norman, and he made $100,000 in his last fight. And Boots is well known, and he made $125,000 his last fight. Make this make sense, but we trying to value what Brian Norman looking for $2 million. He's now a champion. So they walked away from that to go to the purse bid, and Eddie Hearn decided to let the purse bid go for $250,000. He lost the purse bid by $250,000. So now Jaron Ennis, Jaron Ennis, has won the purse bid and now is going to take the fight to Germany. And Boots is scheduled to receive $2 million. So the $2 million, they got to a high of $1.7 million for Brian Norman. Now, Boots is scheduled to make $2 million to fight Jaron in KC, we're going to call him. in Germany, which is a clear indication that Eddie Hearn has got what he wanted. What he wanted all along was Boots to vacate the belts and move up to 154. The dream was for Boots wanted to unify the belts and become undisputed at 147. That was never Eddie Hearn's plans. Eddie Hearn wanted him to move up. And Eddie Hearn, he stated, and I told you guys, Eddie Hearn made that statement in an hour apart. Boots Ennis did an interview with YSM Sports, and Boots Ennis said that he wants to unify the belts. His plan and his goal is to be undisputed at 147 for his legacy. An hour later, Eddie Hearn did an interview and said, well, we're not, if we go to a purse bid with Karen, we're just going to move up and vacate the belts. I told you that was the plan. And now Boots is in a position, he going to take $2 million and go fight Karen over in Germany? Or is he going to vacate the belts and move up to 154 and fight who? He going to have to fight Israil Madrimov. Unfortunate for Boots, man. Eddie Hearn and Matchroom dropped the ball in his career because he moves up in weight. He never would have satisfied his goals of being undisputed, and he never beat a world champion, and he never beat a world champion, obviously, for his belt. That's bad. That's a bad look. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out, man. But Israil Madrimov looked like the next move for Jaron Boots Ennis. And that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. All in one word. I'm gone. Peace.